Welcome back. In the last video, we talked about the common problem people have when they just start out. In this video, I'm going to share with you the framework that truly helped me gain that clarity. If you are where I was, I'm sure this is going to help you. The number one is clear mental blocks. A lot of people don't even tell you about this, but when you start to build an online business, you truly really need to start with you. All right, what I mean by that is you want to make sure you clear all the mental blocks that keep you from taking the first step. Perfectionism. All of us have been thinking, I need to get everything ready, everything perfect to start. That's not actually true. If you think about all the famous people, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, if they haven't really to start to take that imperfect actions, they won't be where they are. Okay, so the solution to that is really to take imperfect actions, knowing, it's okay to start without having everything ready. Shiny object syndrome. Many of us have done that. I have been there, working on one thing for a couple of months, didn't get the results, they move on to the next thing. The solution for that is really truly need to focus on one thing to start, to learn all the skills you need. Imposter syndrome. I have been telling myself I'm not good enough, I'm not expert, I don't have big results, I won't be able to go out to help people. So the solution to that is really to do the goal setting. Goal setting sounds very boring, but the thing is, it can be goal for the day, it can be goal for the week. It doesn't have to be very big when you just started. Overwhelm. More information we really take in from the social media, the more time we spend really on different platforms, we get more and more overwhelmed. So the solution to that is really to understand big picture, to know in order to start an online business, what takes really, where you should start, where you should finish, right? And then what's the step in between. To know that big picture is going to get you out of that mood. Overthinking. I've been doing this for years without even knowing it. For example, if I'm going to have a meeting with my supervisor next week, before I go into that meeting, I will start to think about all the possible things that can go wrong. All right, so for that, in order to stop overthinking, you really truly need to focus on the steps right in front of you. Take one step at a time. All right, so in order to really take the first step, you really want to remove all this negative thinking from your brain and reprogram your mind to get yourself ready before you even dive into the business. Second one is also very big. A lot of people don't even realize. Get organized. Look around your workspace. It's cluttered. All right, people say how you do anything in life is how you do everything. All right, sometimes we don't realize until really you dive into it. So there are a lot of tools that can help you. Asana, Trello is super good at organizing tasks. A lot of times people say I don't have enough time to do the thing I need to do for the day. But in reality is, are you busy with working on the right thing? Okay, put all the tasks on the really list and put due date to it. So every day when you start it, you could, whenever you finish one task, you check it off. So that's how it works. Use Google Drive to organize your folders. Have you been using Google Calendar to really put the important task on your calendar? I always think I'm a very organized person until my mentor asked us to take a look at how you organize everything. I realized, okay, I'm not as organized as I thought. So, you can use Google Chrome to organize all your folders. How many times have you been trying to look for the file you saved somewhere? I have done that, spend half an hour looking for a file I saved before because I wasn't organized. Then it took me a long time. So all those little things, they add up. They're going to eat up your time during the day. Keeping everything organized, that's super, super important. Again, a lot of gurus or even a lot of people don't even mention about in their courses. So that's truly going to help you to, before you dive into the business, get ready. Number 3, stay focused. That's another thing. I like the picture I found on the internet. Focus, follow one course until successful. So time is not your essence, focus is. You really truly need to focus on one thing until you master all the skills, you learn the inside out. All right, stay on one path to gain that momentum, especially when you start online. You can, when you take that first step, don't go to many different directions. You're going to get more confused. Another one I think is super important is remove distractions. Look at how many apps you have on your phone, and how many notifications you get every day, how many phone calls you are taking. So remove all the distractions and going to get you really concentrated on the thing you are supposed to work on. So when I heard about somebody mention about remove all notifications, right away I pretty much deleted most of the apps on my phone. I mean, a couple of them I kept and put them away. So during the day, I'm not keep scrolling on the Facebook, looking at what other people are doing, right? That's not so important. Remove distractions, super important. Last one, remove the social media consumption. Have you realized, without knowing it, you spend a couple of hours on the Facebook, YouTube, trying to get all the information. The thing is, we are not lacking information. We are lack of focus, lack of execution. All right, focus on implementing what you learn. Take all those steps. That's really going to move you forward. Step 4, understand the big picture. A lot of people, when they start out, we dive into finding the clients, finding the traffic. But do you really understand the big picture? What it takes to really build a business? All right, so there's 3, you probably already heard about it. There's 3 major markets: wealth, health, relationships. And each of these main markets, there are some markets. And each sub-market, there are different niches. So people, when they start out, they want to serve everybody. They want to go to sell to everybody. So that's not really the way to go. You want to niche down as much as possible. So niche selection, that would be number 1 thing you want to do. You find out who you want to help, who your ideal avatar is. Then you can really do the research to figure out what their pinpoints are, what they are struggling with, right? Then find out where they are. Are they congregated on Facebook, really YouTube, or any other platforms? Then you can figure out how you can connect with them. All right, once you get connected with them, they know you, they can trust you, then you can present an offer later on, so they will be able to buy from you. So really take one step back, understand the entire picture. That's super important. So I'm going to introduce you the One Funnel Away challenge later on. So try to show you how I got the clarity from that, try to even understand all this big picture. Build skill set. What I mentioned in the last video, people dive into getting client traffic without knowing they need to build the skill set they need. All right. So whether you want to be a funnel builder, you want to be a web designer, agency owner, there are so many different things you can do, but really jot down all the ideas, understand what you can offer. All right. Then you build one set of skills around that. Then you can go out to really help people, just like building a house. That's your foundation. Once you have that, you can go out to say, okay, who I can help with, right? So I want to introduce you the One Funnel Away challenge. I call it marketing degree in 30 days. What I mean by that is really it's going to help you understand the framework from start to finish to build a business. I'm sure a lot of us don't have marketing degree. I didn't have any marketing degree. To me, I thought, really marketing means cold outreaching, means you need to make phone calls to convince people they need to buy from you. That's at least my old thinking, right? But in reality, that's not true. So One Funnel Away challenge really is going to show you the strategy, the planned actionable steps, help you gain that knowledge and also hold you accountable. Make sure you execute it, right? Once you learn the knowledge, As I mentioned earlier, we are not lack of knowledge, we are lack of execution. So, knowledge without execution is really waste of your time. All right. So when you go through this 30-day training, you have very good understanding of running a business, what it takes, where you start, then how you get to where you want to go. All right, so it's super powerful. A lot of people have been through it. Most people get their aha moments, including myself, that truly help you build that foundation before you even go out to say, okay, I'm going to have business, but you have that structure already in there. All right. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to look like what you learn from this One Funnel Away challenge for the 30 days. It's going to change your life. Believe me. Please continue. I'm going to see you in the next lesson.